Well, you want to add anything to that?
I think Kalki's made a very valid point. There is the storytelling has been very one-dimensional in a lot of our films, but that's also unfortunately been the case in the West. And that is the larger patriarchal umbrella that we all fall under. There have been path-breaking films like Kahani, Piku, Turning 30, which Purabana
where Gul was the protagonist and I sat behind on a motorbike with her.
But I think, again, I just want us to speak of things in a larger frame. The fact that the change is beginning now, and the fact that there is a lot of writing which is well, not a lot, but there is a certain percentage of writing that is seeing women in the myriad roles they actually play in society: a corporate honcho, a pilot, a doctor, a driver. And I think that change has begun, and we'll only begin to see results, in 15, 20 years, but or maybe faster. But it's unrealistic to expect any change in a time frame that's lesser than that. But if we keep asking these questions, if we keep having these conversations, that change will surely come. Or if we give up and say, "Arey yaar, we asked all these questions, no change ever came, what the hell?" then it's not going to happen. So the idea is for us to constantly keep questioning what's happening around us, talk about it. The more we talk about it, the more change will permeate into society, not just the film industry, but the corporate world and society as a whole, because ultimately, cinema is a mirror of what's happening in society. Society begins to have equal participation of women, then you will see more participation of women in storytelling. And last but not least, the point that I want to sort of say my goodbye with is that 50% of our human resource in this country is female. Okay, 49% when it comes to India, unfortunately, but it's about half of India's HR resource is female. It is lying unutilized. That is the greatest argument for the whole country as a whole. Men and women to together work to make sure that women become part of the workforce. Because otherwise, we're never going to beat China. So if you want to take over the dragon, you have to bring in the entire population, cajole it into the workforce, and not end up losing half the population that just doesn't get the opportunity because of whatever reason. So I think that is the biggest argument in favor of getting women into the mainstream, getting women into the workforce, empowerment, and men should work towards it, because after all, they also want greater GDP, they also want greater return on their stocks. So it's in everybody's interests for our country to do better, and in order for us to do better, we need to have more women participating in all walks of life, including, but not limited to, cinema. I'm done. I'm sorry.
We're going to take one last question before we end these questions from the audience. Yeah, you.
Yeah. Hi. So I think the most common misconception with feminism is that it's basically women ruling over men. And it's not looking at the fact that it's equality in all standpoints, where you're allowing the men to, like a man can cook, or a man can be a stay-at-home father if that's what he wishes to do. And for that reason, I really applaud the effort, because by putting it as united by half, you're really making a standpoint. Now, I have a couple of points. One about the talking about the socio-cultural impact that is is imposed upon us by the patriarchal society. I think it goes all the way back to the time of conception, when if you're looking at if I have a boy, just like the impact of the color pink and blue, right? You're going to be thinking what. I watched this video which said that when I was born, I was given a pink blanket. So you can look at many ways in which fashion can bring about the change that we wish to see. Because if we maybe make clothes which are more, I don't know how to put this, but typical fashion has.
Neutral.
Yeah, fashion
Stripes,
has actually done that.
Stripes, blue and pink stripes.
Yeah. Together. Yeah. Now, my main question is while we're making a stand here, and I don't want to say that we are the generation that has understood that we have a problem. I want to say that we are the generation that is going to fight for the change. So I'm just going to ask that, what change do you see this campaign bringing about personally? What, taking into account all the issues that you've brought up, what changes do you want the campaign to?
So again, it's a being part of a journey. It's adding to a journey. It's contributing to a journey of, wherein the men have to, sort of take a pledge wherein they say, they will work towards giving a equal half to the women in their life. So It's your sister, it's your mother, it's your wife, it's your girlfriend, whoever is associated with you as a guy, what are you going to do? And so for example, my sister, I ensured that, because I was in a family which was very well empowered, so I ensured that she does a study properly when the decision was being taken when my mother was thinking, to what extent she has to, should she do MBA or not? So I said, no, she has to do MBA. So she's also currently working. She has a family, so she's working, she's managing family, she's helping her husband also in the business. So the idea here is that, when we're talking about this, we want the current generation. When you look at the current generation also, for them also, again, 15, 20 years or 25 years it will take for the society to feel the final impact. So we want the current generation to help us spread this message and contribute towards bringing more awareness, so that, talking, constantly engaging and interacting, you help people evolve around yourself, and that's how the campaign is going to help. So it's just a small contribution, I would say, but we are very proud to be associated or maybe to contribute towards the journey. That's how I'm looking at it.
So thank you, Sandeep. Thank you for United Colors of Benetton, United by Half. I think it's a great campaign, and thank you, panelists, for being here with us. I think we have all the photographers who would want us quickly coming here. Very upset he's for us talking for so long. All right, so we'll do a bunch of pictures, and there's lunch. There's lovely food. Please don't go hungry.
कल्कि सेंटर ये संगीत क्यों आगे गया तू क्यों आगे गया पूरा पूरा भैया पूरा 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 भैया पूरा लुक किया संगीत बोलो इकडे ये भाई आगे कल्कि ना भैया कल्कि ये तीनों का गुल गुल तीनों का ये पीछे आ रहे तुम लोग यहाँ बहुत आगे जाते तुम लोग प्लीज मम्मी फोटो काढून घे संकेत मी काय घरी जाऊ ना भाऊ कुठे मागे आम्ही पार्टी राहिलो सेंटर